Good evening. The evening news. I am Adebare Ejimakide. The continuation in the implementation of Osun State Health Insurance Scheme by the incumbent governor, Senator Ademola Adeleke, has received commendation. A retired Executive Secretary, Primary Health Care Board, Dr. Kayode Oguniyi, gave this commendation while speaking with OSBC News. According to Dr. Oguniyi, people should take care of their health by adhering to government instructions on healthy living. He speaks further.
Autonomy in the health sector, especially when you compare with where the Osun was part of Oyo, yes. We have our own amenities and things are generally better. But the attitude of people have not changed, whether in Oyo, Osun, or anywhere. The attitude of people to the matter of their health is the only in Nigeria that I've seen that a lot of people, they don't seem to value their health. Is doing better in terms of what gets to health. Because I remember when I was in the civil service, we started the primary health care board when the Osun State government had paid counterpart fund of 100 million to the federal government. And the federal government now retaliated by giving 2.6 billion to run the basic health care provision fund that is having, making provision for the under 5 and the aged. So, because of the separate governments, we are getting better.
A federal high court in Abuja has frozen the bank accounts of 32 individuals and companies linked to the 10-day End Bad Governance protest organized across the country pending investigation and prosecution of the case. Justice Emeka White, in a ruling on the ex parte motion moved by counsel for the Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Mohammed, also ordered the banks to apprehend the account holders or any person transacting business on the said accounts. Mohammed, in his foreground argument, said the accounts as contained in the schedule, in respect of which relief sought, are subject of investigation and are reasonably suspected to be warehousing proceeds of unlawful activities or fraud. According to him, the accounts are used to promote the offense of criminal conspiracy, terrorism, financing, treasonable felony, cyberbullying, and cyberstalking, which was illegally transferred to the account of the accused persons. Justice White, who granted the motion, directed the banks to contact the Nigerian police force for as soon as arrest is made. Representatives of state governments at the last Federation Accounts Allocation Committee meeting have bemoaned the decision by the federal government to save additional revenue for the payment of the new minimum wage. This development, which affected their revenue distribution from the Federation Committee, was received with opposing views when an update on statutory allocation showed that the government transferred a sum of 200 billion naira into the non-savings account at the August FAC meeting, making a total of 595 billion naira. The Commissioners of Finance, Akwa Ibom, Dr. Linus Noah, Delta, Okemo, Tilije, and Ekiti Akintunde Oyebode raised the observation at the last FAC meeting. During the meeting, it was learned the committee distributed a total sum of 1.36 trillion naira to the three tiers of government, 1 billion naira less than 1.35 trillion naira shared in June. In his address, the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, applauded President Bola Tinubu for signing the National Minimum Wage Act into law, adding that its implementation will be of immense benefit to all Nigerians. He further disclosed that discussions are still ongoing on the consequential adjustments. The federal government has barred individuals under the age of 18 years from participating in the National Examinations Council and West African Examinations Council. The Minister of Education, Professor Tai Mama, stated this when he appeared on a television program. He said the federal government has instructed WAEC, which administers the West African Senior School Certificate Examination, and NECO, which organizes the Senior School Certificate Examination, to comply with the directive on 18 years age limit for any candidate to be eligible for the two examinations. Mama also insisted that the age limit for any candidate to write the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination organized by the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board remained 18 years. The Director General of the World Trade Organization, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, has said that collective efforts rather than a blame game are needed to move Nigeria forward. Dr. Okonjo-Iweala stated this at the Nigerian Bar Association Annual Conference held in Lagos, where she delivered a keynote address titled "A New Social Contract for Nigeria's Future." She stressed the need for Nigeria to move beyond political infighting and inconsistent policies that have hindered the country's development since independence. While stating that Nigerians are not alone in economic hardship, she said it is not in recrimination, but rather as part of moving the country and advancing its interest. She maintained that the difficult time being experienced is not limited to Nigeria but globally, adding that there is the need to shift focus from blame games to concrete actions that tackle present and emerging challenges. Drawing comparisons between Nigeria and other countries, Okonjo-Iweala highlighted how nations like South Korea, Peru, and India had outpaced Nigeria in economic growth and development despite having similar starting points decades ago. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has pledged that the Nigerian police force will not rest until the country is safe and secure for all citizens and residents. Inspector General of Police Egbetokun made this commitment in Abuja while addressing the media after successfully handing over the rescued medical students from universities of Jos and Maiduguri who were abducted in Benue State a week ago to their respective vice chancellors. He added that the Nigerian police force will continue to employ every lawful means at its disposal to protect the lives and properties of all Nigerians. The IGP reassured Nigerians and all persons resident in the country that the force will remain vigilant, proactive, and relentless in its pursuit of a safer Nigeria where the security of persons remain a top priority. I'm moving now to sports story. President of the Nigerian Basketball Federation, Musa Kida, says stopping board members from imposing players on the Tigers head coach, Renan Wakama, played a key role in the team's success at the 2024 Olympic Games. The Tigers made a big impression at the Olympics, making it to quarterfinals before bowing out to the United States of America as Wakama's side defeated heavyweights Australia and Canada in the group stage. Reflecting on the team's performance, Kida said the coach did a job without external influence. Kida said the responsibility is that other board members have been isolated while the ultimate selection of the team is in the hands of the coach and the technical crew. He asserted that Nigeria was drawn against the highest ranked team in Group B at the Olympics, appreciating the players for overcoming their fears to go beyond group stage. He described the coach as visionary, saying she has proven critics wrong with her achievements at the Olympics. Moving ahead to foreign story. Airstrikes on a village in northern Mali near the Algeria border has killed 21 civilians, including 11 children. According to a spokesman for a coalition of Tuareg majority pro-independence groups, the strikes targeted a pharmacy Then other strikes followed that targeted people gathering in the vicinity of the initial damage. The attack on the village of Tinsakwantai marks the largest number of civilians killed by drones since the breakdown of a peace agreement between the country's ruling military junta and armed pro-independence groups in northern Mali last year. Malian military confirms airstrikes in the Tinsakwantai sector in a statement broadcast on national television. The strategic framework for the defense of the people of Azawad is a coalition of Tuareg majority groups fighting for the independence of northern Mali, which they call Azawad. That ends the evening news on OSBC TV. Join us at 7 for the major reports. Good evening.